just about got enough to put a stove in, and then I'm going to have to amass some more money. I don't put a mega expensive stove in these places because they blow it up once a week at least. So you're going to have to replace it at least once a week. Sometimes you can be lucky and they won't blow it up for a couple of weeks. So as the bathrooms and the kitchen done, I'm going to put some lights in. Nearly out of money. So yeah, I'm going to have to amass some more money out. I've only got 695 simoleons left. And I probably need about another 50,000 simoleons to finish off. Because it's a good idea to put a computer. Everybody knows how Sims love playing with their computers. So I'm going to leave it at that. And when I've got some more money, I will continue. See you shortly. Right, so I've just about finished furnishing the flats now. They've all got a TV and a stereo. I put a few windows in. Obviously there's no windows for these two rooms here because there's a hallway there that all the doors come off of. But what I need to do now to make these into rentable apartments is you have to go to the venue info and change it from residential to residential rental. Okay. And then what you need to do, obviously on the ground floor, you have to start with number 1, which I've extended a little bit now, and there's like a toddler's bedroom there as well now. What you need to do, you need to select the areas. So obviously this part here belongs to the gym. That can stay as shared. So select the areas that you want to make part of number 1. So that's number 1. This room here is number 1. This room here is number 1. This room here is number 1 as well. And this room here is number 1 as well. So that's the whole of this ground floor flat now selected as being number 1. Right, the hallway here, when I can get on it, the hallway here stays as shared because obviously that's the access route for everybody to get upstairs. So then we go upstairs to where the flats are. We do the same all over again. So this will be number 2. So we need to create unit. So we create a unit, and that's number 2. So then this room is also number 2, and the bathroom is also number 2. This area here stays a shed because it's the access for all the flats. So that's number 2. And then select this one, create unit, number 3. Okay, same with the bathroom, number 3, and the bedroom is number 3. So we select this one, create unit, this is number 4. So the bedroom, number 4, and the bathroom is number 4 as well. Okay, so you can see they're all colour coded. It's red for number 2, yellow for number 3, and purple for number 4. Right, when I come out of here, you won't be able to see these anymore. You won't be able to see what's in them anymore. They'll just be empty. But they're all allocated now as rentable space. And obviously the ground floor is the flat that Edgar lives in with his wife, Vanessa. So now come out of build mode. See, now you can't see what's in there. They're hidden. Just to go back into build mode, you have to unhide them individually. But once they've got tenants in, you can't change anything. So if you want to change something in there, you have to take over the family, or take control of the family, and then you can go into build mode and alter things that way. But obviously the family pays for it then. So I mean, whatever you spend, just do a money cheat and give them the money back. Pretty simple. So how do we rent those out? Well, we've got this panel here, owned businesses, and in there it shows us, obviously this is my bedroom, my flat rather, sorry, which is number 1. Then we've got number 2. We can either travel there, travel to the unit, in which case we'll be able to see what's in there. But if there's a tenant in there, we won't be able to do anything. And then we've got the agreement here. So it's telling me that it's medium size, amenities are desirable, the environment's decent, and maintenance is poor. Well, it can't really say that because there's no tenants and I haven't done any maintenance yet. What it's telling me is that there's 260 simoleons maximum rent. But I know for a fact that none of the tenants that I'm going to be able to select will be able to pay that much. So I'm going to put it to, or I'll leave it at 130. But there's 50 simoleons a day tax as well. So you're only going to be making 80 simoleons a day from that flat. And considering these 3 flats have cost the best part of 140,000 simoleons, well probably more than that, 170,000 simoleons to make, then it's not a terribly good return. But there we go. I mean, it's good fun. The tenants will come out and they'll use my gym and I'll be able to talk to them. It makes it a bit easier than having to travel there and try and talk to them. So we can put rules like no loud noises. If there's more than the 2 people in the flat, because obviously there are only 2 people flats, we can make that an active rule as well. But I don't bother. If it's a young couple, they might have a baby. No social events. I don't bother with that either. And trash overload. And I usually click no ghosts allowed because the residents don't like ghosts. You'll get an event where there's a ghost in the flat and the residents ask you to come and take the ghost away, or kill the ghost or whatever. I mean, on one of my other games, I had a ghost and it was only a child. So you get the option with MCC, you can get the option to bring the ghost back to life. So I brought a child back to life and moved it in with me. There's another save I've got on my laptop that I use when I go to my mother-in-law's. So yeah, I get a bit sentimental, me. I don't know why. So yeah, you can set these rules. No loud noises, no trash overload. I mean, they still get trash overload as an event, and you have to call the rubbish collectors to come and collect the rubbish. Costs you 60 simoleons to have the rubbish collected. And I've said no ghosts. So then we can tick a little box down here. So I've not changed anything on there really, apart from the rules. If we go to fill vacancy, I mean, you can also do that from here, these rules, when you go to the fill vacancy screen, and you can alter the rent per day from here as well. Or you can travel to the unit. It is virtually the same screen, only when you use this, it's select tenants instead of going back to the selection box. So we've got some tenants here that can pay a bit more than I've set the rent for, but you know, it doesn't matter. Avoid the crags, they're a pain in the bum. They're always staging they will stage an event where you have to go and tell them that you'll provide better services for them. So the crags are a pain. I don't know what the shadows are like. I don't think they want 2 bedrooms anyway, the shadows. So they must be not married or whatever. So we've got Tarragon. I don't think I've had Tarragon before. You can afford the rent, and he only wants 1 bedroom. But in most of these tenants are going to be either a couple or just one person. So there's not really much point in making your flat much bigger than a 1 bedroom flat. I've got some buildings that are 3 bedrooms plus a child's bedroom, but there's never enough tenants. There's never a family big enough to put into there. I mean, even the me's aren't here at the moment, and that's an elder, a young adult, and a toddler, and that's about as big as they get. I think the biggest group I've seen was 4, two young adults, a toddler and a baby. So, or a young child and a toddler, I can't remember now, one or the other. Anyway, these Paul can afford, and they're an elder. I might cheat cast later on and turn them into a adult. So they're more likely to use my gym. So they can afford it, so I select them. I don't think I've seen them before either, Pawn. But there's a very limited amount of people that can rent. I mean, once you've got 4 or 5 flats filled, that's it. I mean, really, there's hardly any other people to fill the flats. They need to sort that out. They need to make the list of people available for renting bigger, more people. So we've got Pawn now in number 2. So we can fill the vacancy for number 3 now. So no loud noises, no trash overload, no ghosts. We've still got the same medium size, amenities desirable, environment decent. I've given a radio and a TV, and you know, I think I put a plant on one of the things, can't remember. But the maintenance poor again. So rent per day, it was actually more than the other flat, which I can't oh yeah, 1 more square bigger, isn't it, this one? 1 square bigger. So rent per day 143, 286 maximum rent, but there's not going to be many people that can afford to pay 266. So there's no point in putting it up any higher. So select a tenant for there. Oh, we got the Brock family there. Nancy Brock, Judy Brock, and Nancy's child. But they want 3 bedrooms. That's one of the only families that wants 3 bedrooms, believe it or not. Oh, Bowie. Oh, they can only just afford the rent. Oh look, yeah, 2 infants, that one, 2 infants. Sage, that's the one I was thinking of. 2 young adults and 2 infants. I wasn't sure whether it was a toddler and a child, couldn't remember. But they only want 1 bedroom, which seems a bit strange considering they got 2 infants that are going to turn into children eventually. Well, 5 days to a toddler, 7 days to a child, so that's 12 days. In 12 days time, they'll be child. Huh. Seems a bit strange that they only want 1 bedroom. Still, I won't have those. Well, that would be overload straight away, won't it? Although I don't select the overload. Oh, knack pill. Don't think I've seen those before. Select those. There's just 1 single person. And then for, we're the 4-star apartments already, these are. So we're fill number 4. Same. I'd large this one because it's bigger than the other 2. Amenities are desirable, decent environment, poor maintenance. And it's saying rent per day 180 simoleons for this one. I mean, there's not much point in putting it higher than that because, like I say, most of these people can't afford it anyway. I mean, they're Sims on a starting wage in just starting a job, most of them, or even unemployed, some of them. So where are they getting this money from? You know, they're lucky to earn 150 simoleons a day as a starting artist or starting whatever, really. 120, 150 simoleons a day. So don't know where they get their money from, I'm sure. Oh no, we got 2 more. The Lees, that's the other family I was thinking of. No. Yeah, Lees. I don't think I've seen the Zakis before. I might have done. Anyway, they want 4 bedrooms, which is really strange. I've never seen a family wanting 4 bedrooms before. But that would be ideal for one of my other terraced houses where I've got 3 double bedrooms and a children's room. Oh, Lee. There's only 1 person. Normally there's more than 1 person for the Lee. They can afford 215. Oh, let's go with the Lees. Right, so that's all 3 flats occupied now. Now we can go and have a look, see what they look like. So we're going to have a look. I'm on the right person, yeah. Travel to unit. And when you travel to the unit, there's a couple of different ways of getting in. I don't know how that door got locked, I'm sure. So obviously we could take control of any of the flats from here, from Managed Worlds. Obviously we just want to go to this one. That's why they were disobeying me, because the door was locked somehow. So I will travel to flat number 2. So go up to the 1st floor. Hopefully he'll knock on the door this time. Oh, I didn't have the eavesdrop at that time. Yeah, we got in the door this time. What's she doing up there? It looks like nobody is home. Where's he gone? Did he go back home? I don't know why she's up here, I'm sure. Oops, looks like he's coming home. So when you get into the flat, you can do your inspection and maintenance. It's a good idea to do it every few days. He might not hate me because I'm doing the inspection and maintenance. Well, it says breaking and entering up there, look. He's not said nothing about her being in there. So do inspection and maintenance. Do inspection and maintenance. And the bath as well. And then in the kitchen, fridge is on the second. Sink. Cook pot. Oh, queue's full. Let's speed it up. And the cooker. Don't have to do the radio. Chatting up my wife. Oh, we didn't like something she said. I don't think you have to do that one. No, you can't. You can't do the radio or the TV. But if you do it like maybe every 3 or 4 days, it does help to stop the things from breaking. Because the tenants are always breaking things. They'll blow the stove up once a week. And you get a flood once a week where they break the sink or the shower or the toilet. And there'll be an electrical explosion as well, where the TV and the radio and everything electrical in the room, in the flat breaks, and so you have to replace everything. Well, I suppose you could repair it if you wanted to, but it's a palaver, and that. Easier just to replace the things. I haven't got a lot of money at the moment. I spent everything doing these flats. But the gym's still running. Well, it's not running while I'm in this flat, actually. If it was, you'd see 50 simoleons going up in green writing all the time. So the flat's not actually the gym's not actually operating at the moment while I'm in this flat. Oh, stop talking to her and do the meet. Oh, he has finished. So we go to the next one. We can travel straight from this flat. But it'll take us outside again. So all these loading screens, they could have done this a lot better. They could have made, once you travel to one, they could have made all 3 flats visible. So you just go out of that door and into the door next door and do the maintenance there as well. But no, you have to go all the way back down here again with that loading screen. So, knock on the door. I'm not going to break into this one. But there's an element of this area in this for rent area where you can snoop on people and find out their secrets and things. You can snoop around their flat looking in different things for secrets. So you snoop there. You can snoop in there and see if they've got any secrets that they're hiding. And it is like something you can aim for, you know. and do all the snooping bits on all the tenants and everything. So once we're in there, we can do inspection and maintenance again. They don't like you using their shower, so don't use it. Don't watch the TV, do the maintenance. Fast forward it. This maintenance actually takes quite a while. I got a building where I got 5 flats, and it can take a whole day and night because I've got 2 bathrooms and the kitchen. It can take a whole day and night to do all 5 of the flats. So it takes quite a long time. So it's best to fast forward. But you're losing a whole day. Well, this will lose at least half a day doing the 1 flat. So it's like 1.5 days. We should come to have a chat. That isn't the name that I get the flat to. Oh, it's almost Fuchsia's birthday. In down. I don't know why they bothered with it, to be quite honest. That's part of the game. So now we just go back home. We've done all the maintenance. Oh look, he's chatting up the tenant now. Naughty boy. And that's basically it. There's quite a lot of things to do in this area. Quite a lot of aspirations for this area. And things to do. Oh, that's the Strangerville one, isn't it? First time renter here. Season tenant. This is for the full rent package. Respected resident. Obviously I'm not a resident, I'm the flat owner. Yeah, neighbourly advisor. I'm not sure whether that's to do with this area. No. Well, there are some more. I'm not sure where they all are. Not in there. Oh yeah, yeah. Fount of Tomarani knowledge in location. So these different things to do for this aspiration. You can use a squat toilet. I don't like the squat toilet. Culinary connoisseur to do with the food, the local food, which why you need a cook pot, because a lot of it's done in the cook pot. There's an event you can do from your phone a social event, a potluck. You can do it anywhere really. You don't have to be in this area to do it. I've done it all over the place, a potluck. It's where you invite different neighbours and friends and stuff to bring their own food with them and, you know, share it out. But this Tomarang cave is quite easy to find. You've got to collect unique tassels, there's loads of them. And view the statue of Kun Mei and the tiger. Well, that's pretty easy to find as well. It's by the tiger sanctuary, just to the left of it. Yeah, no, just to the right of the tiger sanctuary, rather, I should say, or south of it. So yeah, there is quite a lot to do over here. But like all the areas, once you've done all that, you've done it really, and need to try and find something new. Oh, the shower's broken. See, now because I've been in those flats, there's hardly anybody in the gym. That'll take a little while for it to repopulate again. But it will, I mean, the people will come back. Yeah. Well, like I was saying, that's about it really, as far as the building goes, and actually getting tenants, or setting the building up as a for rent building, and getting tenants for it. Just replace that. So hopefully I've shown you everything there is to see about a tenanted building, with the added bonus of having a living gym next door to it to actually earn some money. So it's gone up to 60 simoleons for some reason. I set it for 50. Oh, it says 50. Oh no. I set it for 50, but it's still charging 60. That's strange. Anyway, he's going to see his child now. I'm going to leave you with that. Hopefully you've learnt something, or hopefully if you were struggling with some of the aspects of this, building a house with accommodation for rent in it as well. And like I say, don't make them too small because you won't get your money. It'll be 35 rent a day, and you'll be paying 50 rent a day tax. So they have to be, a certain size. I mean, these just about right. Obviously that's a lot bigger, that flat, but only because it's got these extra squares where I didn't need to take the hallway all that way in there. But the rent was higher on that, so win-win. And yeah, and if you want to go into build mode, you have to unhide the. Oh, you can't even do that. You can't even. Oh, what does it say? Currently offer tenant house that must be moved to unhide or edit unit. So you can't do anything. You can't edit that unit at all without switching control of it and making them pay for the edits. Well, like I say, you can always use the money cheat and give them what you spend back. Yeah. Well, I say it's not. There's a lot more they could do to this to make it better. Really, it's like bit of a rush job, and they've not really put a lot of thought into some of the aspects of it. Like being able to edit these buildings while there's tenants, and you should be able to do that. It's a bit daft not being able to, because if I was a landlord and I wanted to make improvements to a flat that I was renting out in real life, then I'd be able to do them. but I can't do anything to these while it's a tenant. I've got to kick a tenant out before I can do anything to it. Or, like I say, just take control of the household and then make the changes, but they pay for it. The tenant pays for it, which is a bit strange. But there you go. Anyway, hope you learned something, and I shall be doing a few more videos on different aspects of The Sims. There's quite a few live-in projects to do. You can have a live-in cafe, a live-in bar, and live-in nightclub. That's quite fun, especially if you've got the Hoe It Up mod, where you can actually have pole dancers as well. But yeah, hopefully I'll get back to you with some more. Anyway, cheerio and have fun with The Sims.